Yo everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing my comic pull list for the week. Fifth week of the month, usually reserved for annuals for DC and various other comics kind of sprinkled on top too. What you may not realize is I'm packing things up. I got my video game figures packed up, my Power Ranger figures packed up, and most of my Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman figures packed up. Justice League. Most people start by packing up their clothes or various different other things, but no, I pack up my figures first, and I make sure they're very well protected. Although I do want to say I finally was able to get my hands on the armored Red Ranger for the Megaforce series, so got a hand on that, and a really nice figure. Not my favorite Jason Red Ranger figure, but it's definitely up there. He has a hole in his hand, like Iron Man. So I'll put that right here. Hopefully he doesn't fall. Mikey fell, but hey, shit happens. So we might as well start where we always start, with just a little bit of Batman in our life, with Batman Incorporated, issue number 13. You can't see it, but I'm just trying to put Mikey back up. So yes, Batman Incorporated, issue number 13, the epic finale to Grant Morrison's run on Batman, where it will change everything. But does it change everything? It's basically Bruce versus Talia, and in a fight to the death. And Talia truly believes that she's created a villain that Bruce cannot defeat. Uh, let's just say there's a surprise return to an old Batman character and a death to a Batman character. I won't reveal who dies or who returns, although maybe I will reveal to the end because I will put a little spoiler warning. But you're just going to have to read and see if you don't want to be spoiled. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. Number one, I do like the return of the said character. And I won't say who it is, so you're going to have to actually buy the comic. I won't spoil that. But I do like the return of that said character. Grant Morrison has used them before, but it's nice to see that they are definitively back in continuity. I think the most important thing for me is I was really worried Grant Morrison was going to make Batman kill. The golden rule for me with Batman is he doesn't kill. But everything else you can find a way around. Doesn't kill me. Plain, flat, and simple. And Batman does not kill anyone in this. Batman's relatively, his record of no killing is still intact. Bad. Nothing really happened. There was no climactic huge twist or underlining major theme. It felt very anticlimactic to me. Second thing is, in spoiler warning, if you don't want to know who dies. Ready? Spoilers begin now. In it, Talia dies. And someone kills her. Not Bruce. But Ra's al Ghul blames Bruce for killing her. I think it's incredibly stupid how Ra's al Ghul comes up with this mindset. Well, let's see, my daughter, who might have gone a little crazy, imprisoned me, and wants to try to take over the world, which I'm trying to take over, tangled with the Batman and got killed by someone else, other than Batman. Who should I blame? I'll blame Batman. I won't blame the person that killed my daughter. I'll blame Batman instead. I think Ra's al Ghul at the end was just an idiot. Spoilers ending now, not the first one now. So, I thought that was a little stupid. On a whole, I give Batman Inc. number 13 a 3 out of 5, and that's generous. The only reason why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 is because Bruce didn't kill, and I'm happy Grant Morrison didn't go there. But it ends with a whimper. Oh, Grant Morrison. His run on Batman was so good, but really should have ended when he stopped with Batman and Robin. Batman Inc. should have never been done, in my opinion. But that's just me. I think it went on a little too long. When Dr. Hurt was finally defeated, that's when it should have been done. Batman Annual, issue number 2, a 0-year tie-in. Don't get fooled, people. It is kind of a tie-in to 0 Year, but it's not set in 0 Year. It makes reference to the 0 Year. You don't need to read it to understand Zero Year. Basically, Batman's in Arkham Asylum, and he is testing their security systems. He's doing all the various different tactics and tricks that his rogues, his enemies, would do to get out of the asylum. However, there is one inmate, the first inmate of Arkham Asylum, that particularly wants to take Bruce out. Will they succeed? And exactly what is in store in Bruce's past, in this person's past? You're just going to have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I did like the pacing of the book, and the writing was good. I like the character that they introduced. Although it seems a little out of there for the Batman universe, still kind of works out. Um, and I did like Batman testing out the various different fail-safes that they have in Arkham. Bad, I can't say there's too much bad, other than the fact that it's a little misleading that they say Zero Year, but it really had no tie into Zero Year, other than the fact that Batman went to Arkham in Zero Year at some point. Whether or not you should get it, yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Detective Comics issue number 2, or annual issue number 2. In this, Batman deals with Jane Doe. A little bit of the Wrath too, but Jane Doe, who is a villain who switches identity with people that masquerades as them and basically adopts their life, and she kills. Batman has to stop her, but who is she masquerading that is close to the Batman? Gonna have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, I really did like the concept of the villain. I felt as though this was good standalone issue, while at the same time making reference to what's going on in Detective Comics right now. The art was nice, and I think there was a good utilization of characters. In particular, members of the Gotham Police Force. Bad, to be honest, I can't really think of any bad. I really did enjoy this issue, and this annual surprised me. 5 out of 5. I recommend picking it up if you want a good, like, standalone issue read. On a side note, Batman Director's Cut issue number 1. This is the Director's Cut for issue number, I think, 21 of Batman, the start of Zero Year. I picked this up just because it was in my box. Basically, what this does is it gives you sketches, it gives you a panel by panel play out of how Zero Year's first issue was done up, and at the back, it kind of shows you the notes that that Scott Snyder had for Greg Capullo going back and forth. So, very interesting stuff. I don't know if I should give this an overall rating. If you're interested in this stuff, kind of the behind the curtain of comics, then yeah, definitely pick it up. If not, it's not absolutely necessary. TMNT issue number 24. Basically, in this, the Turtles go looking for Leo. And in the process, they find exactly what they probably did not want to find. Their brother, but their brother turned into the Foot. Yes, it is Leonardo versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who will come out on top? Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I really like how they turned Leo evil. Leo's my favorite turtle. I don't like the fact that he is evil, but the way they did it, magically brainwashing him, really nicely done. And he kicked every single turtle's ass, proving that Leo is the best of the combatants. I don't care if he caught them off guard, he still kicked their ass. Plain, flat, and simple. The pacing was beautiful in this, and a good blend of funny, lighthearted moments, but at the same time, these serious, dark moments that's going on. And I really do like the tension between Splinter, Shredder, and Leo. Very nicely handled. Bad, I felt as though just the story on a whole was a little bit predictable. How they met and how they would have, eventually kind of figure out that Leo is working for the Foot. But besides that, this is a solid issue, 4.5 out of 5. City Fall is a really fun, great series. Moving on to Pandora, Trinity of Sin, issue number 2. So, Pandora, in her first issue, said, yeah, go for the person with the most purest heart. Maybe they can open the damn box. Didn't work out. So, what does she do now? Let's go to the person with the darkest heart. And she takes on the secret society to find it. It is Pandora versus Giganta, Vandal Savage, and the Signo Man. I think he's called the Signo Man. Who will come out on top? Will it be Pandora, the powerful powerful member of the Trinity of Sin, or Vandal Savage, the unstoppable madman from the past. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. The art is good. I really do like Pandora as a character. The utilization of the Secret Society, in particular Vandal Savage, was very well handled. The fight scene was awesome. Bad? None. This was a solid issue. 4 out of 5. Pandora Trinity Sin is becoming a nice little surprise. I didn't know this comic. I didn't think this comic would be as good as it was, but it's proven its worth. And you know what? Pick it up. Nice DCU comic. Moving on to Red Lanterns issue number 24, 22, 22. So basically, Guy Gardner is trying to assert himself as the leader of the Red Lanterns, and he's doing everything opposite of Atrocitus. There is a big kind of schism in the Lanterns on if Guy Gardner should lead or not, and eventually they come to a vote. With the Lanterns, you never know exactly where they stand. So, does Guy Gardner come out on top? Or will, unfortunately, another Lantern take his place? Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. The dialogue was very smart in this. I did like how Guy Gardner interacted with the Red Lanterns and the ideas that came from it. It was a very well-paced book, and I felt as though everyone was in character to what they were. And I really do like the direction that the comic is going. Bad, spoilerish, Trossa kind of returns in it, and I think he returned a little too early. Besides that, 4.5 out of 5. Pick it up. Great issue. Red Lanterns is definitely a comic you should jump on now. G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, issue number 192. This issue I was incredibly pumped about because you know why? My two favorite characters are on the covers, and Snake Eyes and Scarlet, I love to death. They should be together. And they are, kind of, but it's not like official, but it's very, very, very strongly hinted. That makes sense. This issue should have all been about Scarlet and Snake Eyes, but it really wasn't. I want to say about half of it was Scarlet and Snake Eyes. The other half was the Joes kind of just screwing around, Cobra Commander kind of just screwing around, and, you know, Destro kind of screwing around. Everyone kind of just screwing around. Whether or not you should get it, I'm not even going to bother with good and bad. I'll give it I hate to do this, a 2 out of 5. Larry Hama, who really has done fantastic work with the G.I. Joes in general, I thought dropped the ball with this. I'm calling you out, Larry. I love your work, but you dropped the ball. You should have had this just been an issue about Scarlet and Snake Eyes' relationship. Plain, flat, and simple. Instead, it's, hey, look, we have the fucking dogs, kids in there. Timber. Moving on, Animal Man Annual number 2. I almost said Annual Man. No, Animal Man issue number Annual number 2. So many animals and annuals. Basically, Animal Man is depressed about what happened to his son, which he has been for the past several issues, and he relives a day in his past 5 years ago that he spent with his son. How does Animal Man use this to cope with his problems? Gonna have to read and see. Good, bad, and way. Why am I even bothering? Why? Annual number 2, fantastic. Animal Man has been a stellar series thus far. Really has been a stellar series. What I really like about this issue is the grieving for Animal Man. And him kind of coming to terms with what happened. Pick it up. Oh, pick it up. 5 out of 5. Angel and Faith, issue number 24? Yeah! Angel and Faith are still fighting the brother and sisters and fighting Whistler to really kind of stop him from destroying the world. Or setting balance to the world. Come on, Whistler, you little idiot. But in the end, there is a twist. And what is this twist? Who will come on top, and will Angel, unfortunately, have to make the ultimate sacrifice? Not necessarily himself, but someone he loves. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, character's awesome. Feel is epic. Fight was great. The only bad I could really say was the ending kind of just was abrupt. But besides that, solid issue. 4.5 out of 5. Pick it up. Seems to be a pretty solid week. Flash issue annual issue number 2. This is the first meeting between Flash and Green Lantern is revealed, as well as their latest meeting before Green Lantern goes back to Oa. And basically, it has to do with a deal that Hal made in the past, which has come back to haunt them. What is that deal? How did Hal set them up in today's day? And will Flash and Green Lantern be able to work together to take down an enemy so powerful that, well, they might not be able to truly defeat? Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. It's nice to see how the Flash and Green Lantern first met. And it's nice. It's common misunderstanding between heroes, but it was pretty fun. I like how it tied into present day very nicely. The art was really good, and the fight scenes were really good. Bad, I really can't say anything bad about this. This was a solid issue, 5 out of 5. The Wake, issue number 3 of 10. So that fish thing, I'm going to call it Cthulhu Jr. Cthulhu Jr. is out on loose and killing people. And everyone's running for their lives. Issue 3! That's basically the gist of the issue. But it also sets up for a big cliffhanger. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I do like the last few pages, which talk about how whales communicate and eventually lead into the setup for the cliffhanger picture, which is really, really quite good and really ominous. The art was great again and scary. Bad. I felt as though they're moving things a little too fast in this, but besides that, I do enjoy the week. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Could have been a little bit longer. Or at least it felt like it could have been a little longer. Injustice Gods Among Us. This issue deals with Shazam's moral conflict on what's happening with Superman and the return of Lex Luthor. Basically that. Good. Nice fight scenes. Good utilization of Black Adam, who is a really good character to use in the game, by the way. And it's kind of almost considered that the Shazam and Billy Batson are separate personalities in this. Bad, slow pace. Didn't really feel like too much happened except for towards the end. 3 out of 5. Superboy issue number 22. Superboy goes to high school. Apparently, the Hive has been attacking kids at high school, and Superboy has to go to investigate. Along the way, he meets up with a goth chick that he clearly wants to bone. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. Despite how kind of a boring of a subject this is, it is. Justin Jordan makes it work. He makes Superboy going to high school fun without it being ridiculous, over the top, or boring. So I do like that. Superboy feels in character, and I do like the utilization of Dr. Psycho. He's kind of growing on you. Bad, not too much happens in this, other than Superboy just kind of chilling around, and it's still unclear exactly what Hive is doing. I would have liked a little bit more answers. On a whole, 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. Good issue, solid, strong. Superboy is, I think, getting on a better foot than it was beforehand. And last but not least, Superman Annual Issue number 2. Ooh, it's Brainiac. Does that work? Does it match up? For an ominous and awesome picture on the front, Brainiac really doesn't show up. This issue is Lois Lane issue. And it's basically that Lois Lane is investigating people that are dying, people that are dying with incredibly big brains, and how it's connected to Superman's first adventure in Metropolis. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I like the fact that this is through Lois's eyes. Lois, I feel as though, has been a character that's been very underutilized in the New 52. Why? It's Lois. She's one of the oldest characters in DC Comics. So she should be utilized a lot more. So I did like how it was through this her eyes. Nice eye candy with Dan Jurgens drawing. I love Dan Jurgens' art. It's very reminiscent of 80s and 90s, but in a good way. In a good way. Uh, Pays very well. You know what? Actually, I have nothing bad to say about this, other than the fact that it would have been nice to see actual Brainiac in it. But it's a good issue, and I really did enjoy it. I will give this a 5 out of 5. Pick it up. Yeah. As for my picks of the weekend, there was a lot of stellar comics this week. My picks of the week go to. Gotta pull them out first. You are definites. And yeah, we'll do you. Coming in at number 3 would be TMNT issue number 24. Again, City Fall is great. TMNT is a great series. If you're not picking up the Turtles, you're definitely missing out. I can't say it any more than that. Number 2 goes to Detective Comics annual issue number 2. Really liked the Jane Doe story, and I really liked how it's just a fun side story. Plain, flat, and simple. Awesome. And my pick of the week goes to Pandora issue number 2. Trinity Sin Pandora issue number 2. By the way, this is an awesome art cover. The fight between her and Vandal Savage was great. I do like the modern interpretation of Vandal Savage and the look for Vandal Savage in the present day. Just on a whole, everything works out very nicely for this. I also like Giganta's new look, which I think works out very well for her also. Just on a whole, strong, good issue. And a good start to a new series. So I can't complain about that. Questions, answers, comments, news, updates, any news or updates. I'm trying to play through Sonic 06. It's killing me. I found it's just too much. It's a horrible game. Except for the Shadow aspects. I like Shadow's story. Maybe because I'm a bias towards Shadow. He's my favorite character. But like I said, I'm moving out, getting everything in order. Less than 2 months away is my wedding. I can't even fathom it. It's crazy. And I can also upgrade my phone to an iPhone 5. It's gonna be a crazy month. There's not much to talk about. This has been a very mellow week. Might as well just go into the questions, shall we? Mario Reyes, are you going to get the SH Fig Arts Power Ranger figure? I got mine on pre-order. I think I know what you're talking about. Money's a little bit tight, so I'm probably going to hold off for now. It's that really detailed Red Ranger figure, right? Dark Hell Skull. Have you started playing Shin Megami Tensei games? If so, what are your thoughts? I played maybe a quarter of the way through Shin Megami Tensei Demon Soul Hackers, and then I got stuck at a part. I said, you know what? I'll just deal with this at some other point. Fallout 3 Freak 3 or 1. Congrats on your promotion. Thank you. Or Michael. I'll call you Michael because in the next comment, he says, "Hey Andrew, I know you're really busy, man, but I would appreciate it if you called me Michael." Just keep reminding me saying Michael. Say hi, Michael's here. Because I have so many names I have to remember throughout the day. By the way, do you think about the art of what do you think about the art of Tyler Kirkham? I think he's been doing a great job on Green Lantern, New Guardians, and he's also the current artist on Action Comics. Have a nice day. From what I remember of his art, I enjoyed it. He does make Kyle seem a lot more youthful, but I do enjoy it. I like his females without sounding creepy. Yes. Good evening, George Jones. Good evening, Andrew. It's kind of want to read Batman Beyond trades, but I don't know if they're any good. If you have read any of these, could you say if they're worth picking up? Batman Beyond 1,000 Clowns, 10,000 Clowns, Hush Beyond, Industrial Revolution. By the way, congratulations on the wedding. Hope all is going well. Thank you very much. I would say get Hush Beyond, if any of them. I haven't read them all, but I know Hush Beyond is good, so give that a whirl. And then just get the current series. Apollo 4524, great review. Batman is going to be in Man of Steel 2. What are your thoughts about it? Keep up a good work and greetings from Germany. My thoughts. Oh, thank you for the greetings. My thoughts is why not? Why do 12 more sequels to get to the point? We want to see a team up between Batman and Superman. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Uh, channel reboot that intro. Okay. Nick Lenz. Hey, Andrew. Two questions for you. First, who do you think is the worst and best costume of the New 52? Worst? And we're just talking about in general. Not my favorites or anything like that. Just in improvements and stuff. Worst goes to Red Robin. It's a... No! I take that back. Worst goes to Killer Frost. Boy, did they drop the fucking ball with that. She looked so good in Injustice, and now she just looks so generic. Best goes to... I mean, my favorite costume is Batman's. I just think it's subtlety that's worked well. But I would have to go with Wonder Woman because it's the best improvement. You know, her costume was visually assaulting and it like works out well now. Do you think Marv Wolfman comes? Do you think that if Marv Wolfman comes back full time to Teen Titans, that longtime fans of the series would come back and like it better than before? Yeah, I can see that. I can see Marv Wolfman drawing people in. I would like to see Marv Wolfman team up with someone though. Why not have him team up with Scott Lobdell? Two other things. First, Sharon Carter is definitely the main love interest for Captain America. Thank you. For clarifying that because I wasn't 100% sure. Second, what I meant by getting into Sandman Mystery Theater is that it's a series that has not only one story villain, but also members of the JSA, Wildcat, Hourman, and Blackhawk. Well, I have not read it. Maybe I might at some point. I'm not sure. But I will look into it. Black Mask Live. How did Ann Nocenti ever become a writer? LOL. Good question. I don't know. Maybe DC just wants to be diverse with female writers. Bloody hell, put Judd Winnick back on the book. Because when Judd Winnick was on the book, at least it was well written. Oh, and he had a decent grasp on Catwoman. Put Amanda Conner on the book. Let's see how she does. Gal Simone. To be honest, Catwoman, Judd Winnick would be good. And I would like to see Chuck Dixon. Yeah. Anyways, one to know all. Did you hear about Batman being the next Superman movie? Yes, I have. P.S. I think the artwork for the new Batman Superman title is ugly. Just saying. P.S. I agree. It does look pretty hideous. I think they should use the logo that was used for the Batman Superman comic back in the early 2000s. Moon King 192020. Yeah, it's insane that my yeah, that's insane. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger thing, I want one. Oh, the Morpher. The Morpher is awesome. The Morpher is awesome. Eric Simmons, how do you feel about Captain America's art? I picked up the first issue and absolutely hated the art. I found him fighting a giant TV man. It was the only first issue, but still I expected more from Captain America because I always found him more grounded as a character. It is a completely different take on Captain America. I won't say it's for ill or for good. The writing has been fun. Um, as for the art, I do not like the art on a whole, but I feel as though it's good art for when Captain America is getting the shit beat out of him, because you really feel bad for Captain America because he looks like he's literally getting the shit beat out of him. Puppy Killer 97. God, that's such a creepy name. I know I commented on that last week. Anyways, Andrew, how do you feel about JSA? And I'm not trying to insult your name. Your name's fine. Just saying, it's quite an impactful name. Andrew, how do you feel about JSA movie? And what Golden Age heroes would you like to see in the JSA movie, not including Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman? I would like to see Dr. Midnight, Wildcat, Jay Garrett, Alan Scott, Iron Man, Black Canary, Dr. Fate. You can also find some classic Doctor Who's in most modern Doctor Who's on Netflix. That's good to know about Doctor Who. As for JSA, I think you basically said the characters I would use. Green Lantern, Golden Age, Flash, Golden Age, um, Doctor Fate, Hawkman, Hawkwoman, one of the two, Wildcat, and Doctor Midnight probably. So it's pretty much the same as what you said. Billy Bob, Billy Bob. Congrats on the promotion. Thank you. Following the rumor of Superman Batman being released in 2015, it was later revealed at Comic-Con that a sequel to The Man of Steel was indeed Superman Batman. The same source revealed that The Flash was to be released in 2016 and Justice League in 2017. If those rumors prove to be true, what are your thoughts on them releasing Superman, Batman, and Flash post Justice League? Um, Hold on. Superman, Batman, and Flash post Justice League and after Justice League release, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, etc. I think you meant pre Justice League. Why not? Why not? Batman Superman would be a nice lead in. I think what they're saying is they're going to do a Flash TV show, which would eventually lead into a movie. And then you can have a Justice League movie. And then after the Justice League movie, I think it's good because everyone says, oh shit, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash. I want to see movies of these guys. And then you make the movies and you make money. I think it's better that they start off with the Justice League movie and then branch off from there. Because to be honest, with the exception of out of the Avenger movies, the second Hulk and Captain America have really been the ones that stood out to me. Iron Man is fun, but it's not necessarily a great movie. It's just Robert Downey Jr. doing a good job. None of the Iron Man movies really have good plots. It's just, again, Robert Downey Jr. being awesome. Thor movie's okay, but the movies are just okay. That's the thing. Captain America was really fun, though. But I am biased because I love Captain America. Super Mega Boy 8. Hey Andrew, if you could make a Justice League movie with 7 members, using any characters from TV, movies, cartoons, and so on, which 7 members would it be? Oh, make a Justice League. I know that because I actually did that. I'm serious. I made a Justice League of Andrew, and I want to pull it up now. It's on my Facebook. I also made a Legion of Doom for Andrew. Yes, I'm that much of a goofball. Oh God. Facebook, so much stuff is on it. So if I go to me, and then I click on my photos, and then I click on, how the hell do you get to albums? Here we go, albums. And then I click on, is it random? Or is it untitled? Which, you know what? Actually, I think I still have them in my folder. Because I want to answer this question because I have it. And I know pretty much all the characters, but I want to just make sure it's who I said it would be. Here it is. The Justice League of Andrew. The JLA of Andrew. Consists of the following. Batman. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Luke Skywalker. Link from Skyward Sword. The Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Jason. Goku. Heavy hitter. And then my Modest Nature Charizard from Generation 3's Fire Red version. Because my Charizard rocks. That'd be my Justice League. Okay, if to be honest, if I'm not going to have Charizard in there, I would probably put in... You have a lot of brains in there. You have some brawn. I'm not going to have Charizard. Who am I going to have in there? Do we have Magic Person? Screw it. Screw it. Hermione. I have a Magic Person there. To be honest, my D&D character should be in there because he would rock everyone's world. What Villain Month book are you getting? All of them, actually. I actually looked online. I'm getting every single Villain Month book. Crazy, huh? That was Truth Attic 11. Joshua Hayes. Okay, tell me... What? Tell me what you know about Villain Month. How does Trinity War relate to Forever Evil? And must you collect these sagas to grasp the Bat books during Villain Month, or are they just supplemental information? or can you snag the Villain Month books, enjoy them on their own, minus the rest of the overarching, arching arc story? Uh, I want to get the books, but because of the money, I don't want to buy non-Batman titles. Here's how you view it. Trinity War is an event, crossover event for the Justice League books, which what happens in Trinity War leads into the big event, Forever Evil, where bad guys rule the earth. All now, Forever Evil is the event. All the side books, the Villain Month books, like Batman issue 23.1 or whatever, those are side books. You do not need to read them to enjoy the main title. So you can read the Batman books and be perfectly fine. I just skipped ahead one too many. Okay. Joshua Hayes kind of unleashed. Uh, let's see. What the fuck is WTF? What does everyone see in Dark Knight 22? The Batlight scene was totally contrived. Writer's clutch. The plot was simple, borderline, and benign. Nothing happened we haven't really seen before. The first pages were great. Then after Gordon revealed, spoiler, as Clayface, the book meanders down to aimless road to no story. The writer is filling out spaces rather than giving contents. Plot, Gordon breaks the chair and Clayface steals the end. And then last post, sorry for being comment hog. Can you please give me a review of Batwoman Volume 1 Hydrology in any volume thereafter? Is it on par with Elegy? It's the only new 52 Bat book that I haven't fully catch on to. As for your first quote, the reason why I enjoy it, some of it is contrived, the bat signal thing. Although you can say that it is a spotlight that is used for actors, which Basil Carroll was. It's a good story involving Clayface. It's the beginning of a story, so it is going to meander for a bit. There's some nice detective work that's done. It has a nice dark, gritty feel to it. Um, and there is a story. It's Batman versus Clayface. There's no underlying secret meaning to it. It's Batman versus Clayface. Plain, fat, and simple. And I think that's what's fun about it. It's a very simple, fun story, which just is Batman versus Clayface. But you don't have to like it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Eric Simmons. As for Batwoman, Batwoman New 52 is really fun, but it takes its time to get things going. Elegy was much better than Volume 1 Hydrology, but like I said, Batwoman has become fantastic. It's just taken, it takes like 10 issues for you to get to that point. Eric Simmons, have you heard about the CW Arrow show? It's darker TV show about Green Arrow, and it's sort of like Smallville. However, it has been announced that they're making a Flash spin-off series. Personally, I'm not excited for this because the show isn't really great, and I'm afraid that they will give a Flash a bad public image. Yes, I know about the CW Arrow show. Most people do. Um, I haven't been able to watch anything past the second episode. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD because I'm busy. As for the Flash spinoff, I say go for it. Why not? I think it's better to do a TV series with the Flash than to try to do a movie. Get people used to the Flash. If something is done right, then there should be nothing to worry about. If you're afraid that it's going to give the bad image for Flash, then that means Flash is never going to make it into the big screen. You got to do something. You got to take a risk. And if it's done right, then there's nothing to worry about. Dino990913, do you think Flash CW show will be in the same universe as Man of Steel? A lot of people are speculating that. I don't think there's solid evidence, but if it is, then that's great. Oh, Andrew, and I never get off Catwoman. Oh, Anne is never getting off Catwoman. She better get off Catwoman. Batman Beyond for the win. Ass or tits? On who? Oh, for me in general? That's a thing. The funny thing is it wasn't. Funny thing is an ass crack and a cleavage are almost very similar. I think psychologically women evolved to the point that the cleavage looks like an ass crack to stimulate men and to think of their ass. Okay, that's besides the point. Tits or ass? Boobs, I guess. If I had to think, I had to think. I don't like big asses, but I don't like small ones. Normal. Same with boobs. I don't like big boobs. I don't like small ones. Normal. My fiance, she has perfect body for what I like. Which Dick Grayson Batman story do you like the most? Life After Death. Lester, who has 5 questions for me. Only 5, Lester? However, and Batwoman. Oh, I'm going too far. Lester here again. Was MIA for several reasons, but I'm back. Okay, here's some question and comments. 1. Read Batwoman New 52 up until issue number 11. Really liked it. For someone like me that's so into Batman, feels like reading a Batman comic, but with a fresh flavor. One thing that bothers me a bit is her sexual orientation. I don't have anything against it, just that supposedly the idea behind this is that it's part of who they are, not something that defines them. Continues in another. However, in Batwoman's case, they have to mention the fact every time at the beginning. So how come? How come then this fact is not supposed to make us aware of it? I wouldn't worry about Batwoman's sexual orientation being played off as Batwoman being a lesbian character that happens to be a comic book character, rather than Batwoman being a comic book character that happens to be lesbian. I think her sexual orientation is being handled very well, and to the point that it should be. Is it mentioned a lot? Yes, but you know what? I have a friend who is lesbian, and she loves Batwoman because it's rolling in the fact that she is a lesbian. I think people that aren't that sexual orientation or not that race or ethnicity think too much about how it is being played out, where in reality it shouldn't matter. If you enjoy the book for what it is, then you enjoy the book for what it is. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that has the same sexual orientation of Batwoman that love the book because it is so strong and defining about who she is, and that is empowering. So, but I am also going based off what my friend was saying. She loves the book because it's something she can identify with strongly. It's not subtle stuff. She strongly identifies with it. And Batwoman is just an awesome character in general. That just happens to be lesbian. So it all works out in the end. 2. Regarding Animal Crossing, don't have any doubts. Go for it. I'm still considering it. It's just an endless game. I don't want my characters to die a slow and painful death. 3. Remember Pan's Labyrinth. I will be picking up sometime. I have a few movies ahead of it. 4. Interesting story regarding the pronunciation. I had to go speak to a therapist as well since I could not pronounce the R's and RR, and you know how important that is in Spanish. Number 5. Regarding people swearing a lot in Ireland. It's saying it happens here in Spain. So natural for them. That's when when I talk to my mother, I'm amazed by my dirty mouth. Take care. Yeah, everyone swears everywhere. Everyone. Everyone. Last question, Soul Drum 68. Hey Andrew, news came out about the Flash will be debuting Arrow at Comic Con. There was rumors of a Flash movie in 2016, but nothing was set in stone. Looks like they're putting him on Arrow, and if all goes well, that he will get his own CW show. So, with all that said, do you think WBDC is actually thinking about using the TV universe to cross mix the movie universe? It would make sense. By the way, congrats on the promotion. Thank you very much. Do I think they should? Yes. Do I think they are? Why not? I mean, Marvel's going to be doing it. Why not have DC do it? So yes, I think it would be a good idea. I think it should be done. So those are the comments for this week. Kind of a quick week because there wasn't many comics out, and I'm losing my voice, and I'm gonna fall asleep soon. I have to work tomorrow on Saturday and run the show, so should be fun. I'm gonna end this video here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.